Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, we don't get a lot of these. I'm not sure if you're aware, but they only sold roughly a little less than 100 of these in 2000. 100. That is ridiculously low numbers. Most people like, for instance, like Vipers. Vipers, they're a very rare car too, and people think, oh my gosh, Vipers, they must make tens of thousands of them. No, they only made around in between 1,000 to 1,500 depending on the year. This is in the hundreds or under, right? This is one of 16. One of 16 in this color combination here. And when you talk about rare, okay, so that's cool. Now we have low mileage as well, and we have service records, and we have beautifully preserved in its stock form. So this also comes with a racing exhaust that's on it right now, as well as the factory original exhaust, which will sound good, but not nearly as good as something like this right here. So come on up here and let's check out this original paint on the car. It's actually really great paint. It's hard to tell. Yellow and white never really photographs very well, but that's the original. This right here is a cool piece of documentation, although it doesn't look so great there because the paper is in the yellow family as well. But it's the actual provenance. It's the build sheet for the car that so we made sure to register this car and get the details for you from England. So we went to the Historical Society of Lotus. We spoke to them. They printed us all of this stuff here. This car here originally was almost $90,000 in 2000. In 2000, that's like $140 today, $150, right? That's a pretty expensive car. That's why this is such a great bargain and such a great, I shouldn't say bargain, it's an exotic car that's affordable, right? In a weird sort of way. All right, so now we're talking about 3.5 liter car, right? 3.5 liters, 350 horsepower. These were originally tuned for 500 horsepower, right? Reliable 500 horsepower, okay? But the transmissions, they were afraid with that much power and them on the track, they might not survive. So you can easily turn the boost up on this right here, and these cars roll on down the road. Not to mention they're really light, but they're really a solid built car. They're really almost like a race car, but with some a street sense too. So come on down here for a second. So these calipers right here, I don't want to ignore them because the brake system alone in this car is very expensive. It's made by AP Racing, and it's made specifically for Lotus. So AP Racing had to cast calipers, right? And 3-piece cross-drilled rotors, right? A whole setup for only 100 cars coming to the US. 100 cars. So it's probably pretty expensive. The braking system here is awesome. Take standard brake pads, so it's not like that's an expensive part of it, right? Brand new fresh set of tires all the way around. Original stock wheels that are refinished nicely on here. You can upgrade to a set of, these are 17s and 18s. You can upgrade to a set of 20s and 19s if you wanted to, just change it up a little bit. But I gotta tell you what, I think this wheel and tire combination has really weathered the storm, right? Going to a car show, the likelihood of you seeing this car ever again, I'm talking about a Lotus V8, ever again, is probably pretty slim. All right, so let's keep rolling around the styling. Styling has held up awesome on this car. Keep in mind that this car came out in the 70s, right? This style came out in the 70s. It's had a couple evolutions ever since. And maybe you remember The Spy Who Loved Me. Maybe it was in that, maybe it was. And then it was also in the Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. I allow myself to introduce myself. Anyway, sorry. This right here, unfortunately, that's the call out that a lot of people are going to see because this car is fast. And they're going to see that because you just went by them and in their sports hot car didn't realize that this car here weighs 3,000 pounds or less and makes, with the exhaust upgrade and things like that, closer to 400 horsepower now. Whoa. All right, so I want to show you a couple things how I identify a car that's well taken care of and preserved, okay? So let's take a peek under here for a second. I want to show you like the nuts that hold in the power disc brake booster, still in great shape. All of the pieces in here aren't corroded and old. Here is the tire. The tire, the original spare tire, still has the titties on the tire. It's never been down, right? Look at how clean all the fittings are for the air conditioning system there. VIN numbers are all in place like they're supposed to be. This way you know that the car hasn't been totaled and had half the front end replaced. It's just solid. This car is just solid. It's a solid piece of car. This is fabricated just like the Corvette is. It's fabricated out of fiberglass, and it looks great. All right, so come on in here for a second. This is kind of cool. At first it doesn't look like the shocks are working, but this is the way it locks. All right, so look at all this storage in here. A lot of storage in here. Okay, a lot of storage in here. And then you also have this, which is nice. If you wanted to show off your engine, you could do that as well. It's very easy to get to. and it makes a wonderful sound because it's behind your head, just like Ferraris and other mid-engine cars. It sits back there. They've dressed it nicely. It looks great in red. And then if you want, you just cover it right back up because everybody's done oohing and eyeing. All right, lift this this cool piece too. All of the original stickers are still here. Look at the condition of them as well. Look at how beautiful this carpet is. This is all original. This is 2017, we're shooting this video. This is a 17-year-old car, right? 17-year-old car, pretty nice. Just lift it up one time, it just closes like that, and you. All right, so let's go over some of the things that I feel make for a better car than others. All right, so here is original window sticker from Lotus, okay? Certificate of provenance, all right, showing this to be a US spec car, and it's one of only 16 built. One of 16, okay? This comes with the package as well, and then we also have, this is kind of a nice feature here. This is the original manuals, okay? All right, upside down. Original books, okay? Stereo, all that good stuff in here. And that comes with it, and you say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, the big deal about that is 17 years later, a lot of this stuff disappears and gets lost. And here we can authenticate that the car is real, and it really was the way it came out. Upgraded sound system so you can stream music from your phone. 220 mile-an-hour speedometer, 8,000 RPM Tach. Full gauges are all right here in your face, right? AC, climate control, power windows, power locks, keyless entry. This is a modern supercar with an Alpine sound system in it with great looks today. I mean, even though it's a 17-year-old car, it's still a wonderful looking car. I just wanted to close up the video over here just to think about driving this car and how great it looks. It's amongst a lot of supermodels inside this showroom right now. Not me, of course, the other cars. But what I'm getting at is this. Outside on the road, this car is spectacular. It's impossible for people not to look at it and go, wow. First off, a lot of people won't even know what it is. And that's what I love so much about it, because not everybody has one. I'm not saying everybody has a Ferrari or a Huracan or something like that, but you do see them once in a while. These you rarely ever see, and nine times out of 10, the only time you're ever going to see one is at a car show. Here's a chance for you to have your own car show. Anyway, call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this incredible 2000 Lotus Esprit V8 twin turbo. All right, this is a sound. This is a sound. This is a sound.